with leverage trading, and I'm in a group that hosts spaces as well, and then we're scalping all together, and that's actually going well though.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
kind of something kind of like what I was looking to do myself. Start doing some spaces. This is going to be a quick one today. Might do another one later, but just to kind of see who'll pull up, who'll join. It's only 12:35 a.m. here. So the thing is, a lot of people that are in my group or that I connect with, they're all over in America or in the States now. So it's like fucking 6 a.m. and like nobody's active really right now for them.
No, no. The guys that I'm training with are also from Australia, and from they are no, they are sleeping now as well, but Australia and from US as well. Yeah,
Yeah, man, it's mad because I've been trading for years. I've been trading a long time, and I never got into CT. I never got into crypto Twitter up until around last year, just a little over a year ago now. And yeah, it's different because obviously when you're trading yourself, I would have been in a Discord many years ago to kind of learn trading and things like that. And I think that approach was almost better for somebody learning because you're not going off the hype of everybody else on crypto Twitter, what they're posting, what their thoughts are. You're kind of more going off the charts and what data is in front of you. You know what I mean? And
exactly. Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
why sometimes I block out Twitter, man. I block out if I'm making up my mind on what I'm doing trading. Like I try not to. I don't look at people's opinions because that's sometimes how it can all go south. It'll all go wrong.
Yeah, you have. I think on the city you have two sides. You know, you have the degen part, and then you have the serious part. I've been in both of both of the sides, and it's actually hard to get to know good people inside the space though, because like I don't know, most of them are acting biggie, but that is just fucking stupid, mate.
100%. And another thing as well. Like for somebody that is going to be scalping or day trading, another thing you have to think about on crypto Twitter, you have a lot of people who hold certain coins. Let's say it's Solana, Bitcoin, whatever it may be, and if they're holding, they're always going to be bullish, no matter what's happening in the market. So, like we could be at 126k Bitcoin, and they're telling you to buy, buy, buy. Because they're bulls, they're naturally bulls. They're holding a lot. Whereas as a fucking trader, somebody who's going to be scalping the charts, you almost have to be neutral, like water. Like Bruce Lee said, be like water, my friend. Be like
Exactly,
water, my friend. You have to have no
exactly.
bias, no attachment to any coin or 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 any project at all. You just need to go with the flow, really.
Yep, exactly, exactly. Like one time I'm a bear, and the other day I'm a bull. I don't care about it.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly, man. That's 100%. Just look at it. And what would you when you're scalping, what kind of strategy do you go by? Would you be following liquidation heat maps at all? Do you know much about that?
Yeah, normally the projects that I'm looking at is liquidation heat maps from CoinGlass. I normally look at that,
Yep.
and just following the news about the project though, and that's kind of the way I'll do it.
Yeah, CoinGlass, man. Like with all the data and all the info you have on CoinGlass, it's a fucking game changer. Like the tools we have today compared to before for trading is just game changing. Like you know what I mean? It
It's
really
insane,
is.
mate. The things that they have on there, it's mad though. All the tools that you can use, it's insane.
It really is. It really is. There's another one called Coin Ank. It's Coin ANK. I'm not sure if you've heard of it. It's kind of similar and it's pretty good as well. One thing I like as well, there's an exchange I'm using at the minute, KCEX, KCEX, and they have that integrated into the exchange. So when you're looking at any coin, whether let's say it's Bitcoin, Solana, whatever it may be, you can click. Obviously, you look at your chart, then you see the news, then you see the liquidation map, then you see the funding rates and stuff. So, like, without having to go between all these different apps, it has everything inside it. That's one fucking really good thing I liked about that.
Nice one. Never
And
heard about it. Case X, right?
yeah, K-Sex, yeah, if you want, obviously you don't have to. I'm a partner with him. I'm not trying to shill it to you or anything bullshit.
No, no, no.
But I use Blowfin, BitUnix, and K-Sex. I'm partnered with them. But and it's a funny thing because most exchanges, you think, why don't they all just do that? Because man, they don't want you knowing where the liquidity is. They don't want you knowing what they're trying to hunt. You know what I mean? And also K-Sex, it's zero fees, bro. Zero fees, 0.01 fees and zero withdrawal fees, which is a lot if you're trading a lot, especially with size. You're going to be saving a lot of money there too.
Yeah, 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 exactly. Oh, nice, man. I will have a look at it now. Nice one.
Yeah, check them out. Check them out. They're pretty good, man. They're pretty good. I like. I mean, I'd never be biased towards one exchange. I'd kind of try bounce around, take my rewards from there, take rewards from here. Fucking do it like that.
Nice, mate. Nice. First of all, I like your music, music taste as well. That we have in common. Nice one.
Nice, bro.
And
Thanks,
what's
brother.
what's your strategy, man? What's your strategy for trading?
Uh, I, I learned when I was learning trading. It was basically like Elliott waves. No, that was one of the main things we were doing. Elliott waves and order flow. Yeah, we'd follow the order flow and order books and stuff. And then I kind of developed my own, not my own strategy, but in a way of like I'll just follow the money. So liquidity, bro, and reversals. I'm not trying to catch. Let's say right now where we are at Bitcoin right now, I don't necessarily want to catch the next move. I want to catch the move after the next move, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
Yep.
like,
Yep. Yep. Yep.
yeah, like just looking at supply and demand, bro, support and resistance, and keeping it simple. Because I think the more you try overcomplicate it, using different indicators, this strategy, that strategy, bro, it's just like after many years of looking at the markets and looking at charts, it kind of clicks in a way that you just look at the chart, you know, you know where you want to buy, you know where you want to sell, and if it's not there, then you're not doing either.
Yeah, I get it. Get it. Like if you look at CoinGlass now, you see a lot of liquidity from Bitcoin, like around the 97 area. But I don't know if we're gonna grab that. Eventually, we will. But
Yeah, well, especially coming into the weekend now, they like to fuck around a little bit. Because the volume is gone. The volume is a lot less in the market, so it's a lot easier for them to push in whatever direction they like. They could just have one big dirty pump up into that 97. I see where you're looking like 97.3 and in around there.
yep, yep,
And and that's the thing. So like I'm not looking to I am in long positions now, but I'm in long positions since below 90k. So it's like I'm not even looking to close them. I'll take profits along the way and I might add here and there and things like that. But I'd be more looking to short a reaction off of that 97k rather than trying to long to 97k. You know,
yep.
that's more what I'd be thinking.
That's the second
Like
move you're
instead of,
making, indeed, Joe.
sorry, brother.
That's the second move you're thinking about, like you mentioned before.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like instead of trying to chase the green candle, I'll let them take their liquidity and then I'll fucking short it back down, and let them come back down and take the liquidity at 94k. So I might short from 97 down to 94. Now I'm not going to be just looking at liquidation maps trying to make sure, I'm going to be obviously looking at my charts and seeing why I'm going to take that trade because we could blast through that. But generally speaking, that's kind of what I'm looking at.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Got you. Got you.
And the importance of going through the different time frames because every candle tells a different story. Like you start one week, go down 4 hour, maybe 1 hour, 30 minute, 5 minute, 1 minute. Each time frame, you might not see a trend occurring in a 15 minute or maybe a 30 minute, 1 hour, whatever it may be. But you might drop down into the 5 minute or 1 minute candles and you can see a trend forming that may be just about to break out. And that's kind of like looking at my entries then as well.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I've been recently. I've been looking at copper, but I haven't found a good exchange that trades copper though. Do you know? Do you know any of them?
Copper, brother.
Yeah, copper. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, like as in tokenized, like tokenized copper for crypto.
Yes, yes.
No, actually. I haven't. I haven't. I mean, I know silver and gold you can trade, yeah, but copper. Let me see. Just gonna check here. One of the. Do you know what the ticker for that is actually? Because I don't.
No, I have no idea. I have no idea.
I'm gonna check now. And I didn't know there was. I didn't know that there was actually copper tokenized. Gold is XAUT USDT, and then you have the XAGT is your silver. So basically, the T is for tether. You know. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT here now if there's a copper tokenized on crypto.
Because we've been looking at it, but we couldn't find some.
What exchange do you use yourself? What's happening, Sir Pepe? I see you down there, brother. Hope all is good, man.
Mainly, I using Weeks, man.
I think there's
Weeks.
actually
We
I think there's a bunch of different tickers for copper
Oh
actually.
really? Yeah.
Well, because there's different copper sources, so
Ah.
yeah, I'm pretty sure there's different ones.
hmm Same as.
I think one of them's like ERO, I think, and another one is Southern Copper, so SCCO.
So Binance Futures has CCUSDT. Let me just double check that now because this is going through. Having a look. ChatGPT's finest, lads. Even gold is similar. Gold has PAXG, and then your USDT. I think USDT for me though is the more. If I was going to trade gold on a crypto exchange, it would be XAUT. That's just how I would prefer to do that. PAXG, I think, is more like your futures kind of.
Yeah, copper's definitely going to have a run soon because the U.S. is starting to try and get their hands on as much as they possibly can because they're doing like an infrastructure build out all over the fucking country now. They're starting to put up hyper data centers for everything that's going to be controlled by fucking AI, seeing as how they want to be, in control of crypto and everything else that's fucking AI automated. So they're going to be building a bunch of these facilities. I see a bunch of the contracts that are coming in, and they're not small bids. They're like a couple $1 billion contracts, and all those facilities they're going to have a fucking retarded amount of copper in order to build these things out. So I can see copper
That's
do a nice
exactly
run.
why I've been looking at copper.
Silver's gonna
Indeed, MC.
yeah, silver's gonna go fucking crazy, especially what's going on right now. And I don't think a lot of people are noticing it. Um, I'm expecting if silver breaks like 97 to $100 a share, it's just gonna do the biggest fucking candle straight past fucking 150 right after the fact. It could happen within like a
Yep.
day because of what the U.S. banks do. The U.S. banks hedge all their money off of shorting the silver market. They've been doing it for years, and now if someone decides to come in and buy a shitload of this, like some of the places in the U.S., you're not even allowed to buy fucking silver. Like you can go to your like normal bullion locations and you're trying to fucking buy it from there, and you can't even have it. Like they stopped selling it to the public. And if enough people put fucking liquidity in, it's going to be another country, right? It's probably going to be fucking China because they're going to be in the same race for having supply of silver for what they're planning on doing, like the U.S. is doing for solar and EV and microchips and all that other bullshit. So if enough of it gets bought and so that someone has it tangible, if enough volume comes into it, there's a break point of where the U.S. has been over shorting silver for the longest fucking time. That's why it's never moved. Like you can't really have gold go from a little bit under $2,000 a share over fucking 4,000 and not expect silver to do the same thing because silver's been suppressed in everywhere for like what like fucking 30 years. And that's just from them shorting it. So if their shorts get fucking liquidated, most of our banks, like the major fucking banks, are all gonna fucking crumble.
Yep. Yep. That's some solid information you gave there, mate. Also for
100%.
also like you mentioned, silver's gonna outrun like shitloads. But also for like I mentioned the copper before, but also I'm having a look at aluminum. aluminium, and that one is as well is for me very attractive though, because it has the same. It's been standing still for so long, and also that metal they're gonna use in those factories though.
Yeah, they have to use those for heat sinks. So for the heat dissipation off of the different circuit cards, you need that. It's the only thing that's gonna take out enough fucking cooling. Another industry too, but that's gonna be harder to do. I don't even think it's like publicly traded for anything in crypto yet. Probably because it's so fucking expensive. But there's a certain type of diamond. I forget the actual like name of it, but it's a specific type of blue diamond that's able to be used as a superconductor. So when they start doing shit with like microcomputers and shit that needs to pull like a lot of current without heating up, like if they did it in mining machines, for instance, you would like completely remove everything that's involved with them overheating and how much they have for power consumption just for running fans. But I haven't seen like a crypto version of the stock for it. Because my thing with trading in the crypto right now is if, like silver, for instance, I'm not going to go into a traditional market and start trading fucking silver and have it backed by like, regular fiat currency or like, US based fucking dollar. Because if this does happen with the fucking banks and I don't have a way in order to close my position and move it over while the banks are fucking collapsing, then I'm kind of fucked on the value of the fucking dollar. Because if it goes crazy and does like a straight fucking nosedive candle, I mean, it's better you.
I don't know if I rugged or did you rug there, MC, bro? Oh
I could
no.
have. I don't know.
Maybe you just finished saying what you're saying. Yeah, man, but you're bang on there. You're right. And I think the ticker I found here for copper is T. I think is what you said. TCU 29. It says a real world asset token where each token represents a claim on physical copper. So £1 per token. So each token represents £1 of copper with audited backing. The token is actually trading on some centralized crypto revenues, Femex, blah blah blah. However, you'll find most TCU 29 traded as spot token paired with USDT. So yeah, um, there is a way of getting some of that action on copper. With gonna just check my exchanges now if it actually has that.
It's also something good just for even spot trading, because copper's not really that fucking expensive. So if you were to spot trade it, and now you're just holding fucking copper, essentially just digitalized. That's also good too for the future.
100%, man. I think people don't a lot of people don't realize the like the benefits or the potential in holding spot bags and certain things. Focused on leverage all the time and just building up a nice spot portfolio can go a lot further. Because it's not like you're getting liquidated and everything else along that comes with leverage trading.
Yeah, like I have friends now, IRL, that are trying to take their physical silver to go and cash the shit in so that they can just own the fucking shares of it instead of owning the actual silver because you go to sell it. I mean, that's a major fucking pain in the ass in order to move.
That's a fact. That's so true. Like, it's even with gold, like what are you gonna do? Carry around fucking kilos of gold with you. Even though gold, I mean, look, to have the metals and really have the metals, I'm sure there's an upside to that too, in terms of like, rather than just having the shares, but as well, if it just as an investor and somebody looking to make money, I think having the shares or having the actual stock or whatever it may be, there's definitely a big benefit in that too. It's like, what am I going to do if I go to the Netherlands now, for example, as we're just speaking Netherlands? I'm not going to bring kilos of fucking gold with me. But if I have shares in something, I can always sell a little bit here and there if I have to cover something.
Well, it's also beneficial too if you understand like how finances and shit like that work. Um, like what Elon Musk does, or anyone that's like in that billionaire status or hundreds of millions. You buy into stocks of certain companies, you take your stocks and then you put them into a trust account. And then from the trust, you could always pull equity out on what you own for the assets. So you don't need to have a physical stockpile of this shit. And now you can take out money on it and you're not going to get hit with any type of stupid ass tax because you're pulling it from your trust. You're just pulling equity off the top of it.
100%. It's almost like kind of similar, but not the same as like somebody having an LLC or some shit, and they have the company valued at whatever. Next minute they're taking out loans on behalf of the company, kind of something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, same exact concept.
It's actually mad because my parents were talking about silver, and they figured out that they've been using silver cutlery for decades. So they took the weight out of it, and it was like 6 kilograms, like of 85% pure silver. They put it aside now.
Yeah, time
It's
to
bad.
move to stainless steel or plastic disposables, bro.
Yep, yep. That's mad.
Man, I know a guy. I'm not joking. Yeah, this fella. Well, I don't know him, but I've seen him a lot. He's into fitness and stuff. Brandon Carter. I'm not too sure if any of you seen it, but he says now this guy's a multi-millionaire, so he can afford to do this too. But instead of him like cleaning or having to clean plates and do things, he has plastic plates, plastic cutlery. So his diet, he'll wake up, eat a tin of sardines with a plastic fork, throw everything in the bin. Have his dinner, fucking paper plate in the bin. So he's like, I can make more money. If I add up the time that I would spend cleaning fucking cutlery, he said, throughout the year, I'll make more money in that time than I would have to spend on plastic plates and any fucking bullshit too. So he's like, my time is more valuable than cleaning fucking cutlery and plates, which is a funny way of looking at things as well, but imagine someone coming into your house, like, and they ask you for a cup and a plate, something to eat their food, just hand them a load of plastic plates and cups and paper cups and shit.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually doing that now already with paper cups. Not the cutlery though, but indeed, like your friend is the fitness friend that you have, like saves you so much time though. However, we got a dishwasher, but still, it takes so much time.
Yeah, and then you have to spend money on electricity for the dishwasher. My dishwasher now, uh, she doesn't run off electricity, she runs off coffee. Thank God I didn't say that too loud anyway. But yeah, no, interesting now. It's a good little thing to be looking out for the copper, but TCU 29. If you can find that in an exchange or any of the exchanges you're using, that could be your go-to. Remember, one token represents £1 of audit-backed copper. So it's just like trading XAUT or PAXG. But I haven't found it here now, though. That's the only issue I'm having. I haven't found it on my exchange right now. And do you trade gold at all? Would you be anyone here into trading gold, like on actual brokers and maybe funded accounts or anything like that?
No, I keep everything fucking crypto based. It's easier. I can keep it in my pocket. I don't need to call anybody. Markets don't close.
Yeah, that's true. That's one thing about, man. I got caught in a fucking trade on a Friday, and there's nothing I can do about it. That has happened. Or it could be a funded account and it might be a max drawdown because you haven't got to close the trade and hit your max drawdown over the weekend and the account is gone. That's a fucking kick in the balls as well, man.
Yep.
Nice, mate.
Liquidation
What
is
are, what
always fun.
what are your thoughts about the general market now, MC?
General market right now is starting to fucking increase. You're talking about crypto based, right? I'm guessing. So
Yeah.
with what's supposed to be happening soon, one of the banks recently in the U.S. just fucked up and gave out a little bit too much information as they're fighting back and forth on this Clarity Act shit. So it was supposed to go through and everything was ready to pass, and then they started throwing in these little dumbass things to like protect the banks, and they weren't going to allow for any type of like yield farming off of your stable coins, which no one wants to agree on. And then if you are getting any type of yield, like through the Clarity Act, they wanted you to KYC, and it's like, so now you're taking away everyone's yield. So there's no point of us putting massive amounts of like USDC onto exchanges in order to get any type of payment for it. So we're just going to keep it in like custodial. So if banks are getting involved, then you're not going to get any deposits from people, and that's how banks operate. They use other people's fucking money. They don't use their own. So that's why they wanted to do that. And the other reason why they didn't want the yield farming, one of the CEOs of, I think it was Bank of America, said if they were to allow that in the law, and the reason why we don't want it in there is it would allow the access for them to remove $6 trillion just off of the APY of having stable coins. And it's like, wait a minute. Because last that I checked, that's double the fucking market cap of the entire fucking crypto market, which is bullish if you think about it, because that means the amount of capital that banks are planning on putting into this shit after that Clarity Act goes through is really fucking bullish. Because if that's just off of yield farming on stable coins is not the entire fucking market. So they're not really telling you if that's how much is going to be taken out in a year. So if that's in a fiscal year, then that's fucking crazy. Because that means the amount of liquidity that's going to get injected into the market from like banks' fucking capital is going to send the living shit out of everything. So I'm extremely bullish on what's going on. It's just, banks are trying to get their little greedy fucking hands in everything, and other laws that are coming into play too, like like for us with Trump's fucking passing with the credit card companies. They're going to make it illegal for anybody to charge anything over like 10% on credit cards, which also fucks the banks over. So everything's lining up right now from all the things that we've been manipulated by with the banks. If it all goes into play, like the banks are fucked, and they're gonna have to play along in what we all know already. And we've been here for much longer than they have, and we know how this market works. You know how much, you know how good of a feeling it's gonna be if you're able to fucking sell on top of the heads of fucking banks, the ones that have been, fucking you over on your money for the longest period of time. It's
Big
gonna be good.
facts. That's a
It's a good,
fact.
it's a good feeling, right? It's a good feeling, right?
Well, even if you had, even to this day, if you have not even large capital, if you have a significant amount of money inside of a bank, you're going to go to the bank and you want to withdraw it. They're going to tell you have to come back tomorrow and schedule a fucking appointment just for you to take out like fucking 30K. It's like, what do you mean?
Man,
I gave you I gave you my money, and now I want to come back and take my money out. Like when I came here and dropped off 50 grand, you had no problem sending that in the account immediately. And the reason why is because after I go and deposit fucking 50 grand, they're going to go and write it up that they just received 250,000. So now they can start writing out fucking loans and shit like that from the banks to other people, spike up interest rates on it. Instead, if someone's got like really piss poor fucking credit, they're going to start giving them percentages that are completely fucking crazy. Like I know somebody recently, they went to go and purchase a vehicle, but their credit is shit, right? Like their credit score is well under fucking 600 points. I don't know how it is for you guys. Maybe it's like the same around the world or whatever. But yeah, his credit was so fucked up that they are charging him an interest rate on a 5-year loan for a vehicle, just like the payoff for the actual loan, of 29.5% on a $60,000 car. 29.5%. And the other thing that they don't teach people is when they're telling you numbers of like fucking 29%, they don't do 29% like 29% of the entire fucking value. They're doing that 29% point breakdown on each individual year is what you're paying for. And most people, especially in the US, why people get into debt so quickly is they're pulling all that interest. Like your first 12 fucking months of payments is only for the interest. 12 months to maybe even 16 months. All it is interest payments. So you're paying for your car and shit like this consistently, and after 16 months it's like, all right, let me check my balance of what I owe in the car, and it's still the same as the fucking sticker price of when you purchased it. And now the value of your car significantly dropped off. So even if you wanted to pay this off immediately and it's like, I want to get the fuck out of this loan because now I have the money to pay it off, the value of your car is dropped by fucking 25%. So it's a lose the entire time.
It's a fact. And like, look, banks, when it comes to crypto, really, man, like they don't care about NFTs. They don't care about meme coins. They care about your deposits. That's what they want. So if people can like park more money in stable coins and earn from them, well then the deposits are bleeding from the fucking bank, you know. And that's why you see them trying to shut that shit down. But like if you think about it, even if they put uh like, you know, if they clamp these passive yields, you know, on stable coins and stuff, within crypto, it just shifts into other things like, you know, tokenized T-bills, fucking RWA, all of these things. So it's like stable coins are like the front door to a full house, if that makes sense, you know? Like that's how I'd look at it as well. Excuse me, I had to cough there. But yeah, it's interesting and the way things are going now.
This space was downloaded via spacesdown.com. Visit to download your spaces today.
Somebody talking about like onboarding people. I don't know how it popped into my mind, but it was in a space earlier on this morning. And they're talking about onboarding all like older people and what about your grandmother and what about things like that. And not to be funny, but like, you know, let's say all these kids now that are 10, 11 years of age on probably using phones, using TikTok and all these things, like give it another 6 to 7 years, they're the people that are going to be onboarding onto crypto or sooner. And all these older people, God forbid, are probably going to be, you know, passing away and all these different things. So like the focus is, instead of looking at all the older people, yeah, you want them to get involved now, but over the next coming years, you're going to have an influx of younger people getting involved in crypto and stuff too. So yeah, short term, they're going to try control it, but the medium term is like just have to build this out now, you know, for the next leg. Build it out for the next leg up. As well, like all I can imagine, you know, some of these big exchanges, like of Binance and people, they must be behind closed doors. They have to be working with some of these big people and big banks and stuff, you know. Even the way they suppress the price, and you know how they really control the market. How they're just, it's like a, to me, this is like a liquidity cycle. You know, this is where they're just taking liquidity from the market up and down, controlling the charts completely. You know, that's why I follow the liquidity. I just follow that liquidity, man. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, banks have been doing that for a while. Banks do it, and yeah, now you have the exchanges that are doing it because essentially that's what the exchanges are right now. Like, you know, fucking Coinbase, Crypto.com, Binance. That's what they are in this market. They're essentially the banks. You know, they're the on ramp, off ramp, and basically just fucking traditional banks in the whole entire fucking market. But it would work out in the favor of banks, even if you were to allow for yield farming. But it's just they're too fucking greedy and can't get out of their own way. Like they understand crypto a little bit, but they don't really understand how to play the market, especially with the amount of money that they would get from normal people for deposits. For instance, if you're worried about doing yield farming, that's because you're looking at something as like stable coins, a USD for USD value, right? Or USD for USDC value, whatever the case may be. One fiat dollar is equal to this fucking one stable coin. And you're worried about people like taking your liquidity from you. Like that's not the case. Like the banks themselves, like they are allowing for this. The banks would be able to actually dabble in investments of crypto. So if they have their own exchanges, that's what they should be setting up. You should have like the Bank of America fucking, you know, trading platform or, you know, centralized, decentralized exchange. Each one of them should have their own shit. And if that's your bank, then that's where you're going to feel comfortable trading on because you already have your account set up with them. You could use other ones if you find better opportunities or, you know, maybe they give better payouts or reward systems or whatever. So now you have banks that are going to start doing promotions for other people to want to start using that specific exchange compared to the other one because you get better rewards off of it, you know, and then you can do incentivized programs and so on and so forth. But if they get an inflow of holders that are going to be depositing like USDC and holding it inside of the banks because they're going to get some type of ROI out of it, you're going to have some banks that'll do a better like payout than the bank that's like next door. Now, if they understood how this market was and they weren't being so fucking greedy, that's bullish as fuck for them because if they had their own exchange, that means you'd have an exchange that you just started that's going to get an inflow of billions of fucking dollars in USDC. And now you can take that USDC as your firm and start using the USDC in order to put in like leverage trades on behalf of the bank or just putting in like spot buys with the USDC. Now, if you have your clients that want to withdraw off the USDC, maybe the bank bought into, say, Bitcoin when it was at $80,000. But instead of doing a buy of only buying like 4 or 5 fucking BTC, they could do a buy-in of where they're buying, a couple fucking hundred at a time. Now, when that money goes up, and now the bank itself needs to act on like a quarterly of whatever their investments are, they close their positions on that. They withdraw the fucking USDC. The bank just made a stupid amount of fucking money, and now these little payouts of 4 to 6% mean absolutely fucking dick compared to what you made in like 3 months. But they're not thinking that way. They're thinking we need to hold as much dollars as we can. It's like this shit doesn't work on fucking dollar value, because in these markets a dollar can turn into fucking 10 grand really fucking quickly and within like a couple minutes quickly if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, bro, that's some alpha right there, man. Any banks listening, you know what to do next.
Yeah, start using crypto the way that everyone else is. All of what you consider to be the degens that you guys all said for years are fucking stupid and this is a scam, blah, blah, blah. You only said it was a fucking scam because you could see an average person take $1,000 and turn it into like 1.5 million in less than a month. And you want to tax the living shit out of it. And it's like, we need to get a percentage of that. And it's like, you didn't do the fucking risk on any of this or any of the fucking work. So no, you shouldn't. You shouldn't get any fucking percentage of that. But that's going to change soon too, because they're allowing like 401k companies to start investing into crypto, which seems like it's bullish. But right now, like you're not really going to get any 401k companies that are going to want to do that for any business at all, because you're still going to be liable for that fucking tax. Like imagine any fucking 401k company, they're going to say, okay, everyone from their traditional paychecks, you can start investing on a weekly basis, whatever, like, $300-400 a week. And we're going to put it into crypto positions. And that's going to be your 401k for your retirement. And you're going to be contributing into this, $300 like a week or a month, whatever it's set up for at like the company that people work for. And now after 30-40 years, you're going to get all that money back. And what this business was doing is they're investing into Bitcoin, for instance. Like that would be fucking bullish as hell, especially if your like paycheck, you invested $30,000 in your first year or maybe your first 5 years. If this was 10 years ago and you had a 401k company that was doing that, then they're investing into fucking Bitcoin for you. And that's like your position, your stake of what you invested into. And you got Bitcoin going from fucking 10,000 to 126,000. Like that's an actual fucking retirement plan there. If you ask me, but it doesn't make sense right now because those companies are going to be investing into crypto. And now every single calendar year on the business side of that company, whatever they made in proceeds, they're going to get hit with a fucking 34% tax. No.
Yeah, that's wild. That is crazy. And like, man, things in Europe, I see something, I'm trying to find it now to see if it's true, but in Europe, they're bringing in laws apparently that anything over 10k cash needs to be like, need to come forward. You can't hold anything over 10k cash. Even your crypto wallets can only have a certain amount without them being like on top of you for it. It's crazy. The laws that they're bringing in now for all of this is fucked up. So it's like, do we even want the fucking banks involved? In a way, yeah, because of like the influx of billions that we're talking about. But at the same time, it's going to make everything a lot more centralized rather than decentralized in a sense, you know?
Yeah, but still, like you still have fucking decentralized wallets. I mean, if you're smart about it, like you're gonna have your centralized exchange wallet, right? And then you're gonna have your decentralized fucking wallets too. So as long as you don't fuck that up anyway, and whatever you're trying to do on your withdrawals, you just do a deposit into the fucking account, and that's like your 10k that you're trying to play with, then fine, do that. There's always going to be things that you can do to get around the laws that they have. Like that's just how it works. I mean, that's how businesses work too. That's how LLCs work. That's how fucking 501cs work. The reason why you do trust accounts, like, yeah, maybe in your personal wallet you're only allowed to have this much, but then you just go, you turned $1,000 into fucking 50k if you're not going to go and take out $500 in order to formulate an LLC, make a fucking trust, and make you the primary beneficiary of the trust, and now take a crypto wallet that's connected to the fucking trust, deposit all your money into there, and now you can just hedge off of it, you can't get fucking taxed on that. Because now it's just like benefits of you being the beneficiary of the actual trust. And now you're operating your own business as like your own entrepreneur without having to deal with it being seen as income. That's why they want to do that, because they don't want people making over fucking $10,000. And if you are, they want to have a piece of it. They want to be able to tax it, which is why the banks have been fucked up for years. And they're trying to do the same thing, but they're trying to do it in crypto. And like we saw the other day, they're getting ready to fucking pass for the Clarity Act, and on the 11th hour, nope, everything gets fucking canceled. Because everyone looks into it and they're like, yo, you guys are fucking dickheads. They're like, oh, well, we just put this in to protect. It's like, you put that in to protect your own pockets and nobody else.
Yeah, bro. You're right, bro. That's some good outfit there. You know your shit, MC. You know your shit, brother. Fair play to you for that, man. I'll give you that.
Yeah, I just like to mind my own business and sit in silence for the most time. Make funny ass comments and messages and shit like that. And people get intimidated when you have too much intelligence. That's the problem that I see a lot in the fucking space. So pretend like you're a fucking idiot, and then you'll do fine in the space. Everyone will be your friend. Just do that.
Yeah, I agree, man. I've had fucking people block me and things like that. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy blocking me for? Because you're probably up on his space talking about shit, and everyone else that's following him, then they're coming over following you, and then they're like, what's going
MC,
on?
you see that 19 token running?
19. What do you mean 19? I know the
That shit ran up last
2016
night, I
was
think, to like
trending.
1.5 million, and it's sitting at 250 from like 130. I saw it this morning. Heads up. That Alon shit.
It's called 19.
Yeah, just 19.
Another fucking serial deployment. Have them pump the other one, the fucking war one.
That was the one Robe was talking about yesterday before we started fucking with that official token.
Yeah, because we were watching into it. We started to see fucking whales from like the white whale shit starting to rotate and get random fucking positions. Like when we were talking about it, it was sitting at like 30K, and the thing's like 80 days or some shit, or 8 months old, whatever the fuck it is,
6
and
months,
just out of
6 months,
nowhere it goes.
yeah.
Yeah, and out of nowhere it goes from 30 to like 65 or 80, and we're like, what the fuck was that? You go and check it, and it's like a 12 million token fucking purchase out of nowhere, and you go and track the wallet, and it's like, this is one of the fucking whales from, like, are they starting to load up, like, to have a bundle ready before they go to send this? Is like, dude, that's what it looks like to me.
Then I'm also seeing a lot of bags tokens graduate and running today. A lot of bags tokens on graduation tab.
Yeah, Bags is running the day indeed. Yeah, a lot of winners.
Man, fuck that damn platform.
That's how I
We were
feel.
trying
That's
to
why
do
I
some
don't
shit
buy
where we
them
were trying to
shits.
win.
Money is money.
No, we were trying to win some shit from them because they were giving away like $100,000 to whatever token had the highest market cap organically, no bundles, no wash trading manipulation, none of that shit. So we all did it as a group, but we were going to run a fucking token up, and also any of the holders that were in the coin. So even if you had the highest market cap, completely fucking organic, whether it bonded or not, all the holders would also get distributed 100,000 between all the holders. So the creator would get 100K as like the winning fucking creation, and then all the other people would get 100K split up between the holders. Like whatever your percentage was, it would get broken down between you. Now we did one, and we looked at everything. We didn't have anything fucking bundled. No one was wash trading it organically. It went up to like, I think it was like 37K or some shit like that, right? The one that won had creator rewards set up where 99% of all the creator rewards from the fucking trading volume went directly to the fucking owner of the Bags app. And the ticker was him as a cartoon holding up a fucking Pokemon card and what he was going to do was going to be buying one of the fucking Pokemon cards. And then you look further into it, and the motherfucker that deployed it is his goddamn alt account.
It's a
How
cold
fucked
world
up
out
is
here.
that?
McFarmy?
So fuck bags app.
What are you guys looking at now?
Me personally, I'm holding the 19 token at 56K. That's where I'm at right now. That's what I'm doing.
They got volume coming into it though, because recently what I saw in the trenches is like you're gonna get shit to run. You have to be watching. Like the volume is not how it used to be, but if you find anything that's within like a couple minutes old, recently deployed, and it's got over 20K in the 5 minute, it's gonna fucking run. It's gonna be good for at least like a 2-3x. But this market's fucking different. You got to be in and you got to be out. You know, obviously leave a moon bag into it in case you have some stupid shit like white whale fucking happen. But yep, in and out. That's it. Fast trades. You buy into it. You
Bro,
don't
that's what I
go
should have
see
done
who's
yesterday,
scanning
bro. I
what up.
got
You
wrecked
watch that
yesterday
shit.
on that official token. I had 3 opportunities to sell the top, and I thought it was gonna run, and I got.
That's also why I don't like sharing fucking plays anymore either. It's like I'm gonna trade different than you're gonna trade. But if I find a ticker and I'm gonna share it with people, like that's when you should be buying it. Like I got that shit the other day by someone that's like in my fucking community. They're like, yeah, I'm down bad. Like I almost lost everything on this play. It's like, bitch, how? Like I posted it in our Discord, right? And then an hour later, I posted it on the timeline. When I posted it on the timeline, it did a 3.5x. When I posted it in the Discord, it was at like a 6x. So how the fuck did you lose money
I
on
think
this?
I think it's
Oh, because
just
you're
it's
greedy.
that hopium, bro. That conviction, thinking it's gonna run into like a multi-million ticker and making that bag instead of being vigilant and being a villain and just cashing out like a 30, 40, 50%. Some people just be holding, bro. Like it happens to me sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But like I feel like it's the hopium, bro, for real. The conviction, oh, MC shielded, it's gonna run, it's gonna keep going. But in
Yeah, but
reality, they
that's
should
that's
be
the
taking
problem.
profits
And
and
then
leaving initials in so that way if something happens, everybody's covered. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that's the problem though. It's like people start, they start holding you up onto a fucking pedestal. It's like, have I called 100, 200, 500x fucking calls before? Yeah. Is everyone gonna do that? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, it's not.
But I can see
It's
when the
give or
volume's
take. We
coming
never know
in.
what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you could have a ticker that's gonna run a fucking 10x, and I can go in and I can start calling 2, 3, 4x fucking calls, and then start getting in that bracket of like 10x calls. But if you have one that's running, no one knows what the fucking deploy. I'm not the one deploying this shit. Like you don't know what the dev's gonna fucking do. He's gonna see a 10x position wherever you bought. You're buying in at 40K market cap, and it's gonna run up to fucking 400K, and now you're like, it's gonna keep going, and the dev's like, holy shit, I've never seen this much money. Insta sell, and then fucking dumps the entire fucking. You can't predict that shit. You
Another thing
can't.
too is like listening is very important because like I'm gonna bring something up. Like yesterday when you were like, "Hey, Sir Pepe, is it the DV token?" And I knew what was gonna go down after that. You were trying to put your ducks in the road, and then it spiked up to like 250. You know what I'm saying? So like, if nobody cashed out right there and was paying attention to what you was saying, or when you got in, or when you did what you did, it was enough for everybody to come out on profits right there, right then and there.
At least you pay attention. The reason
Bro,
why I
I
do
paid
it, but
attention,
I'm
but I
not
was
gonna
with the
publicly
kids,
fucking
and then
do
it
it.
was like it went to 240, and then it went back down to like 130. It hit 174 like 3 times. So I was like, if it catches that next leg with the volume, the shit could run to like 500, 600K. But it did the complete opposite. You know what I'm saying? So like paying attention to like what MC's saying during the space is very fucking important. That's all I got to say. And I caught on to that shit yesterday, bro. So.
I caught
Yeah,
that horse
pump a
token
little
shit
bit.
yesterday. Did a 40x on it. It was a nice window.
Yeah. There's some decent runners yesterday, but a lot of people they start chasing like the older ones. It's like, oh, this is up at 10 mil market cap. It's gonna send. It's gonna send to what? 15 mil? Like that's not sending. Care less about making fucking 50% off of some shit. Like care fucking less.
Man, you have
But I also don't like getting into tickers that are in like the 20, 30K range because you can't really do like the shit that I want to do in trades. You can't do that.
That's
I
exactly
can't
how I
go into a
feel,
ticker.
bro. It's like it's better when it's a little higher, man. You can make things happen. When it's so low like that, bro, that shit could turn around so fucking fast, bro.
Well, also you make people panic too. Like if I want to go and get a position, like what Pepe says too, like his rule is he always wants to have 1 million tokens, right? But he's not going to go and try and get 1 million tokens when it's at a 10 mil market cap because that fucking candle is going to make everyone freak out and sell. Same reason why you're not going to go and try to get, I want to have $20,000 of every token. Well, I'm not going to go and buy fucking 20 grand of a fucking ticker that's at 30K. As soon as that wick comes in, like I'm getting smoked on price impact for one. And once everyone sees that candle, they're not going to be like, oh shit, a whale bought. They're going to be like, oh shit, sell. And it's like, you, you guys don't know how whales play, like at all. Like not even the fucking least bit. When you see those big wick buys come in, don't fucking sell. Because even though you're looking at it and you're like, that's a really big buy. No, it's not. That's their test buy. They're interested. They like the ticker and they want to pump the fuck out of this. But if they do a buy and all the fucking holders, like all 25, 30 of them at once, start to clip and empty their entire position, or someone unloads a bundle, that's what those are for. You're waiting to see if you can get the asshole that has the bundle that you can see to completely exit their entire position so that now you can control it and actually push it the way it should be pushed.
And then that's why when you see the big wick, typically they sell immediately because they're getting sold on. So they're trying to save their bag for real. And typically, if it runs back up, then it's a bullish, wick. But typically, when you see a big ass wick, bro, that shit goes immediately right back down.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Like some people are just fucking stupid. Like I'll do it in tickers too. I'll go and buy in. I'll put say 15 SOL into a ticker when it's at 30K market cap. I know it's gonna happen, right? It's at 30K. It could be something that's not even fucking bonded yet. It's gonna make everybody freak out. They're gonna go and sell. I'm gonna hold my position until all those people sell. And now you got the other people with big positions that are like, all right, what's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen next? Because I have the liquidity to do it. I'm gonna full clip this fucking thing and scare every one of you. And as soon as I see your bags unload and you start to get out of your position, I'm going to put a wick in that's 3 times the fucking size of the one you just saw. And then what are they going to do? Everyone that just sold, freak out and chase that candle.
By the
Now,
top,
when you
by the
buy,
top.
guess what? Guess what? Clip again. And now everyone that just, you thought you sold on me, but now you're buying the top of the fucking wick. And now I'm going to clip on your fucking head and take all the money that you have.
Hey,
And then,
It's
hey,
actually
hey,
so
hey,
fucked
watch that
up how it works,
19. It
right?
just hit 280 from 202 when I said something. So just pay attention. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I don't know.
I was look.
I mean, this is how the old school tokens used to be. It's like don't fuck with the whales. But the whales that we have now are not, old school whales. They're new money fucking whales. They panic sell and get the fuck out. Like that's what they do. And they don't get back in the ticker.
Yeah, some fellas are trading 10, 20, 30 fucking tickers in a couple of hours, man, aren't they? Is there any good tools you have, boys? Anything you recommend for anyone listening, or me, or anybody else even? Any good tools that you use for meme coins, or what bots? What, like, I'm using Axiom. I haven't traded any memes properly now since a good few months now. Actually, really, I bought a few in the group chat with the lads if something was running up, yeah, but not properly. No, I haven't really got into that yet because when I was in it, I was in the trenches. Like I was on that shit. You know what I mean?
Trojan just came out with a really fucking clean terminal. It's not really so much like a bot. Like it is a bot, but it's a terminal. Really, really clean. And it'll also show you all the individual wallets, what they're actually holding. It'll show you a bunch of different metrics on what's actually going on in the charts and shit too. It's pretty clean.
Yeah,
How is
some.
it called?
I use telemetry off the bunk bot. I just got used to it. I do have my Trojan set up and loaded up. I haven't really transitioned yet. But everybody gotta use what they're comfortable. Like if you're using Axiom, bro, I know some whales that use Axiom. It's a good tool. It's just as good. You know what I'm saying? So just depends on what you're comfortable with, man. For real.
That's a fact. Yeah, it's like using Samsung or fucking iPhone, isn't it? Or you know, PlayStation or Xbox at that stage, like what you're comfortable with.
Then I have volume bots, whale bots, and stuff like that. But typically, if the ticker is hitting that bot, you're already too late. The whales are already in. Like maybe MC can agree on this. In order to catch these tickers, you got to be locked in, man. You got to know the meta, the news, what's going on, what's going down, what's going on today. Like I said earlier, oh shit, bags tokens are running today. Well, that might be the little meta for a little while today, just bags. But typically, like right now, a lot of old tokens are, getting them wicks. So you got to be careful. A lot of 200K toppers as well. Shit won't even pass 200K. And then it's like hopium again. Oh, it's going to go past it. It's going to go past it. Take your little 30, 40, 50% if you're playing with size and get the hell on, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And the other thing too that people, I guess they're just not used to, and like the new school people that are around, they just don't even know how to fucking do it or play in the market for it. I'll see a lot of these tickers that are running, and then I'll go and check on like decks, right? Not to see if there's a bunch of rockets on there because no one gives a fuck about that, right? Like I don't care if Dex is paid, I don't give a shit. I care if there's money going into it and if there's enough money to move it where I can make profit. But I'll go and check on tokens, and I don't see the Meteora pools on any of these fucking runners anymore, which is dumb because on Meteora you can put up your DCA pools. Now you can get a position, have a bunch of fucking tokens, remove yourself as like someone that's going to be a top holder that's into it, and it'll just DCA out all your buys, and it's going to be slowly, right? So it's not just going to be like you're clipping out a million tokens all at once. You're selling a million tokens while it's fucking running, and it's just going to be swapping your tokens directly into fucking Sol, and then after your thing's completely fucking burned out, you just go and close out your pool. You're not going to see sells into the chart because all those buys are getting distributed only into your pool, and then you just go and fucking remove it. But I don't see people do that shit anymore. I mean, I still do.
I also noticed that sometimes some tickers don't even get picked up on these terminals, and you're missing a multi-million-dollar runner just because maybe the terminal missed it or they have something shut off on the CA or on the contract. And I've noticed that there's been multiple tickers that run that I had no idea. I had to go to Deck Screener just to see like the top 10 volume tokens to see what's going down for the day. So yeah, Deck Screener is not a good tool to trade off of, but it's a good tool to look at to see what's going down for the day.
I just sent you a link, Jackpot. I sent you a link here in on X. It's a Telegram. Checking this out. It's obviously a bot. They send in tickers, like constantly sending tickers. They're all pretty low market cap, depending on what one. There's another Telegram. Then they send tickers when they're up like 90K, 100K. But like, man, the majority of these things are Xing. Now, a lot of them, like you see, they might send it in a fucking 10K and it does a 10X, but it's only after hitting 100K. But man, I've caught fucking hell. Like, I think I caught jail stool even off this Telegram at like a 200K. I got 749X off of it last year. But I've caught some X's off of it. I just sent it to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out after the space and shit.
You can send that to me if you want to, because I do have like what I used to do before I got like being as a founder of my own products and shit like that. I would do that with people. That's how I built the community before I actually did the fucking product. I was showing people how to do Memecoin sniping. Like so, as soon as tickers are created before they even have liquidity, we would find those. Make sure you're checking into the dev. He's not like a serial deployer. Maybe there's some type of team deposits that are going into the wallet that's being funded for it. It's probably like a pre-sale wallet, something like that. And then we load those into our sniper bots, and the snipers are waiting until there's liquidity. Because most of the time, what the teams used to do back in the day, like before this pump fund shit, is they would create a ticker, make a fucking LP for it. They'll put a little bit of money into the LP. The team goes and snipes with the rest of like the pre-sale funds, and that's where you see like the ticker fucking wick up. And we would get in right on creation. Sometimes we would be able to buy before the team fucking buys, and then you just sit on it. You're not buying anything crazy that's gonna like scare them. you're going to go in at like maybe like 0.5, 1 soul off your snipe. And you just let it sit. Because now if it's a hyped up fucking token and you get into it early and you let it run, dude, like some of the P&Ls that were coming like out of our Discord of me teaching people that were very, very fresh and had really no idea what they were doing in the beginning and then got really good at doing it. Like it's a good feeling when you can show someone how to do it, they understand it. Like I don't know if you know Hooch, but Hooch was one of the guys that caught on to it relatively quickly. He started showing people how to do it, and then he started doing his own thing in TG where he would show people publicly on VCs, like sharing his screen. And there was one time I joined in, be like, let me see how this motherfucker's actually doing if he knows what he's doing. Yo, back to back to back, 5 tokens, 5x calls, all on snipes within a matter of like 35 fucking minutes.
Yeah,
But I've also done P&Ls that are like 350,000% P&Ls off doing snipes. But that was, like 2
Yeah,
years
I
ago.
don't even know how to do that shit, MC. So that shit, I need to go to sniping school then.
yeah. You see, I in the Telegram I have at the minute, I had I don't even know if this is still working, but it was a bot basically. So let's say I'm sending in these tickers from this Telegram. They're sending in like 7K, 9K tickers. You know what it is? There's a thing, I tried to make a bot like this and I did make it, but man, I'm not a coder. Like, I don't fucking code or anything, like, yeah. And I was just using fucking ChatGPT or whatever it was at the time. So there's a thing called, I think, Solid Stream, and what it does is, like, any newly created liquidity pools, any newly created pairs, it's pulling them straight from that and it's giving it straight to the bot. The bot sends it to the Telegram. And then in the Telegram, there's another bot that as a ticker sent, it's like Feigns or like the Rick bot, you can just buy straight away, buy. So like these 9K tickers, like you buy a coin at 9K, there's not a lot of people going to dump on you necessarily at that stage, you know? But it's along the lines of that, something like that. But it like to do that and to snipe it, like it could be the way forward. And them little the two links that I just sent you, the two I sent MC and Jack put the link, the two links there, those two telegrams. But yeah, I've caught some nice plays doing that, man. They send a ticker, a low, like really low market cap. I'm just buying a little bit, see what's happening. Next thing, this is at 100K. I've just bought at 9K. Happy days, you know.
Do you mind sending me those links as well?
I can do, bro. Yeah.
I appreciate that. And I'll be joining that sniping school with you as well, Jackpot.
Yeah, I'll let you know a little other thing that I do too. I've showed some people how to do this, but it can also get out of hand really quickly. A lot of people don't fucking like this. Everyone in the space, they always have like their paid Telegram groups and all that other shit. Well, I have bots that pick up on their calls, right? So they scan whenever these Telegram groups scan for a call. It'll be like KOL chats or fucking paid telegrams, whatever the case may be. It finds their scans and it'll fucking drop it into a channel and it'll show that this got called by here or it got called in 5 different fucking telegrams. But the way that it's set up is it'll show like the link for the telegram, but it's not an invite link. It's a display link because this bot is taking all the data that's from there. So what you can do with that is you can click on whatever telegram shielded it. And if you know it's a paid telegram group, once you click onto it, it's basically going to show in what I call like ghost view of the telegram. So you're looking at all the content, all the messages, who's in there, who's talking, who's saying what, but you never join the Telegram. Like there'll be a button at the bottom that says join Telegram, right? Or like, join the fucking group. You don't do that, but you can still click and access all the buttons. Like you can do like weird shit if you wanted to, of like where someone said something and you can click on their message and add an emoji, but you're not in the fucking group, right? So they're just going to see an emoji pop up, but they're not going to see whose fucking face it is because you're not added into the TG. Now, with that, you can go to the top of that Telegram if they have like decent calls into there, especially if it's like a cabal fucking chat of where they're just sending fucking tickers before they actually run. You can copy their link, like their invite link, because essentially you're viewing it as admin because they gave admin permissions to their scan bots. This is what this bot does. It picks up on that fucking info. That's why it's allowed to see everything that's inside of TG because it's an admin of the chat. Now you go and take that invite link, and I have a bot that you can put that specific TG invite link into your bot and set parameters. Like you can have it set for 15K market cap. If it's got more than like fucking 20K in liquidity into it, buy 0.1 of this. As soon as it buys it at a 50% increase or 100% increase, sell, your initial and 20% profit on top of it. And the cool thing about that shit is I can go about my fucking day, and anytime these calls come inside those Telegram groups that I do not fucking pay for, because I'm not paying anybody a soul, 3 soul, none of that shit to be inside of your chat of maybes on your calls. But I will go and ghost your shit, steal your fucking invite link, set up my bot, and buy every fucking call that comes in, and be able to scalp 60% profit off every one of your calls.
Bro, that's interesting because the links I sent you, I'd be interested in even trying to do that with those fucking telegrams because, as I said, they're sending in really low market cap coins, but a lot of them run. They might only run up a little bit, but I mean, if you're getting in a 10K and that shit runs to 50K, 60K, like, and you have the bot set up, it's just happening. That's interesting.
Yeah, I can show you the bot. I mean, the bot does it fucking automatically.
Yeah.
It'll do any call group, and you can set it for whatever the fuck you want. You can even have it set up onto like new token creations or new liquidity pools. Like there's the soul scan bots and shit like that, and you can have a token that just got liquidity added to it. Like some of the times it'll be shit that's like migrated, and you can set it for the channel like parameters too, because you'll know if it's a Meteora pool, it's gonna be created at this market cap. If it's a Radium pool, it's going to be created at this market cap. You can have the bot trigger it only to buy those and not buy anything else. And you can also set it up of multiple tiers of like sell-offs. Like I think this one will do up to 15, which is crazy, but not if it's like a real runner. So if you get in at 50K and it goes to 100K, you're at a 2x. Well, you can set that same exact buy bot to sell 60% when it gets to 100% profit. So you still have a bag left of like 40% of the total amount of tokens that you bought. Now, when it goes from 100K to 200K, it'll do the same fucking thing. It'll automatically chip out on your moon bags. And you can also set it up too for your, stop losses. So if it goes down by 15%, fucking sell it. Just dump the entire fucking bag 100%. And it's automatic. But you got to be careful with what you're going to set your fucking limits to. Because if you allow it to do free for all and you allow access to like a token creation scan channel, sometimes those things have like fucking 5,000 tickers that come in a day. And your bot is going to try and buy every fucking one of them without hesitation, fast as possible.
Yeah, that's fucking sick, bro. And what, do you sell that bot or what way do you do that? Or is it just kind of something personal?
It's free.
Yeah, man,
It's a free bot.
I'd like to
And
give that a test drive.
it also gives you 48% of any other referrals. It's the highest referral bot that there is.
Yeah, that's proper.
And it has its own built-in bridge, and it supports doing that on 5 different chains.
Yeah, bro. Send it over. I'm gonna add it into the Telegram. I've only started really scanning coins and stuff again. The last maybe couple of weeks, but things seem to be, I mean, they're not picking up how they were, but I mean, I don't know. I think the meme coins are picking up more so in the last couple of weeks. I could be wrong because I haven't really been looking into them so much, but it feels to me that they're picking up a little bit more now than they have been anyway.
Yeah, I'll send you the invite for it, and it's got a really cool logo. That's sarcasm. You'll see when you see it, and it allows you to do like copy trading and shit like that too. The only issue that people have with it is it doesn't show like people want usually like that P&L increase, where to show you how much you're positive on like a trade or negative or whatever like that. It doesn't show it in like the fucking green bubbles and bullshit. It's just showing it as data. So you get used to it, but if you're using it just for like a scanner or something like that, then it's fine to do. And most of my bots I integrate with my other bots, which most people don't do, and I don't know why. Because for instance, like as long as I've been using it, the Trojan TG bot has the fastest triggering stop loss out of any bot. But the bot that I'm talking about, as far as like buying or even sniping tokens, because it has a sniper that's built in with it too, it'll snipe faster than any fucking bot that's out. It has a custom built RPC that's on it, so it's faster than fucking anything. And it doesn't get congested. Like Trojan, how there's like whatever the fuck it is, 300,000 fucking users that's on Trojan, they get congested all the time, and that's why they have like 8 different versions. They're all different like names for the same bot, so you don't run into like traffic and then like the bot fails.
I have a question actually because you mentioned something along the lines of this, like scanning telegrams and basically scrape it. But it's almost like scraping, isn't it? It's almost like scraping the data from. But because I send signals for trading like gold and like let's say Bitcoin or whatever leverage plays into my group, and I was thinking of making another group that's not like linked to me, but it's still running my signals. So like I'm wondering, I'm sure it has to be possible. So let's say I send a signal into my group, this will automatically scrape that and send it into another group, if that makes sense. Is that possible?
Yeah, it depends on what uh, bot you have. Like if you have a bot that's in there, like Fane's bot, for instance, like you can get all the data that's coming from Fane's bot because that's public. You know, so if you allow that bot to be an admin of your chat, and that's how it's able to do the scans when you drop tickers into there, then all that information that it's getting is public. Just like when someone goes and does like the slash command in order to show like the highest P&Ls, like I can get all that information and I know what TGs are doing the best fucking calls. Like Jackpot, for instance, I've had his fucking shit come up on my scanners before with his name into it. And it's like, oh shit, like he got fucking pinged in like, basically like leaderboard of like the top scan fucking groups.
Okay, so that's mad. So what you don't even necessarily need to find the groups, is it? Or it's finding them for you as well?
It'll give the information of where the call came from, and it'll give you the link to the call channel.
Yeah, that's cool. That's interesting, man.
What you mean I got pinged to the top?
You got pinged inside of one of my scanners. My scanner picked up on one of your calls from in there, and my scanner is also picked up on Juice's chat also.
That's crazy.
Jackpot, are you in my TG? I don't think you are, bro.
I am. You got like some
Oh, you are.
secret channels and stuff like that. I've seen it. I was in it yesterday
Okay.
looking. You even got
Oh
a
yeah.
call channel in there too, I saw.
Yeah. Man, that group chat's caught some runners, bro. That's caught some runners, man. So I think I'm gonna start sending a few more in now.
Yeah, I ain't never knew I got pinged on a leaderboard. That's crazy. That's what's up though. I've been calling for a minute, man, trying to stay consistent. Like we just ran our numbers for the month, and it's like, how the hell are we not financially free when we're calling 222 X's, 92 X's, 200 X's? Like, if I was to screenshot this shit wild. It's like, damn, maybe conviction is a key, or having extra money, moon bags, in these tokens. Like testicle, gas. There's a lot of them, man. Grandma, all these tokens ran. We called them, but we ain't hold. So it's like, what the fuck?
Bro, that's why I'm thinking that bot that MC is talking about could be very beneficial. Like, just let that do its thing. Because then you're not attaching your emotions to it. You're not doing anything. You have it set. It's done.
Yeah, that thing runs off numbers. I mean, that's the same way that I trade too. I run off numbers. I could give a fuck less about, oh, this is what so and so said on the timeline. I don't care what the fuck you said on the timeline. I care about number go up and how much it's going to be in profit and when I'm going to be at my take profit point.
And that's typically why I'm scanning so crazy in my Telegram, is because we're trying to locate the volume. Because volume is everything. We want the numbers to go up. Who cares about what they post, and who cares about who's behind it? We want to know who's going to put the volume in the ticker so we can make some money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like some people would trade off of, they're like, your board is still going to X off of one fucking buy.
I think we got caught in the matrix.
Yeah, I think I cut off for me a little bit as MC was speaking there.
Oh yeah,
Definitely the Matrix. Definitely.
he took the red pill, not the blue pill.
Give me whatever one it is you're taking, anyway.
You see, his little foot is red, so he took the red pill.
Yeah, I like these. I like these NFTs, man. They're nice. Might have to cop one, boys.
They're on abstract chain.
Cool, cool. I'm gonna check them out, brother. I've seen them around for a long time. Like, I've fucking hell, I've been seeing these around.
Yeah, it's a fucking lot of them. We got a pretty good fucking community. All of us in the community too, which is nice. Is we get alpha from everywhere. You know, because you formulate a fucking community. It's like having a TG chat, but they get alpha on fucking everything. Like it'll be random one day, and this is why it's beneficial to have bots that do every single fucking chain. Because it's like, oh, I got, 5 SOL that's on this fucking wallet, but you know, JMax is going to come in. He's going to scan a ticker that he has a little bit of alpha on, and it's about to run on fucking BNB. Instead of being like, oh fuck, I got to go and do this and this. No, I don't. I just go right to my bot. I hit fucking bridge, and now I have BNB inside my wallet. And then I just go and buy the ticker. It takes a couple seconds for me to do. And the same thing with like NFTs, protocols, games, fucking new mints that are coming, everything.
That's sick,
Because
bro.
you got a bunch of people.
That's a Telegram bot, though. Yeah.
Yeah, the same Telegram bot that I was talking about that can set up the call channels for you. It has its own built-in bridge. It has a really fast. You can set up a multi-wallet, fucking copy trade for it. The way that I have mine set up is just fucked up. Like, I mean, if you want to get involved in that, you can do it. But I have the bot itself. The bot has 10 individual wallets, and if I want to trigger it, there's one bot that I can select, and I labeled it "Follow Me," just because. If I go and buy anything on that, all 9 of my other wallets will buy the same exact fucking ticker right behind it. And as soon as it hits the 9th one, the first one that I bought on starts clipping its profits. And then the bot after that starts clipping its profits. And it just does it. It's like its own like volume bot, basically.
That's sick. So it's almost like it bundles it as well. It's like it's almost bundling it and then selling it for you automatically.
Yeah, copy trade. I mean, you can set it up too a little bit different too, where you have say like wallet 1 buys, and then all the other 9 are triggered on buying that same exact ticker. But I have mine set up where wallet 1 buys, wallet 2 copy trades it, wallet 3 copy trades wallet 2, and then so on and so forth.
Sorry, lads, I had to mute the mic for a sec. Right, guys, I'm gonna have to end this space now just because I have to go do something. But man, I'm happy I started the space. It was great. Thanks very much for pulling up, everybody, especially MC and Leroy, Jackpot, all the speakers. Uh, some good alpha after being fucking spilled in here now today. Thanks very much for that as well, MC brother. And
I'm a host of space tonight too on Friday. Let's get it. We're gonna cook tonight.
nice. We all pull up. We all pull up. Definitely, definitely. Send on the bot when you get a chance as well, MC brother. We get that running. I'll throw it into the group chat. Hopefully, we get some fucking runners on that.
Yeah, I'll send it over after the space.
Nice one, brother. Nice one. Yep. All right, lads. I'm gonna end our here, and we'll catch up again in the next fucking episode.
Appreciate you guys. Nice to meet you. Catch you on
You
the
too,
next one.
brother. You too. Thank you, bro.